Hey, what's up guys, Shiny here, come back with a brand new video for you guys, and today we gotta go over Dreams and Nightmares, the contest that's pretty much ending or ended wherever time zone you're looking at. It all really is pretty much done at this point, so we gotta talk about what to expect, because obviously these skins, the contest is finished, but the skins yet are going into a case, and we don't know when that case is going to be, so we're going to talk about a little bit of the outcomes here and everything to do with that. But before we hop on into it, if you guys are looking to pick up any CSGO skins, I've got a couple links in the description. Let's hop on into it. First up here, we got to start with some basic assumptions. Now personally, I think it's probably going to be a normal case. I think that's a very fair assumption, and it's pretty much the general consensus at this point. This is needed because it's not going to be an operation case or anything like that. This is very important to specify because this comes up to my first point, the active drop pool. Now this is the main point that a lot of people are making with Dreams and Nightmares, and it's one I've made from the beginning, that if this case goes into the active drop pool, we've got two possibilities. One possibility is that it becomes the sixth case of the active drop pool. This has happened before in drop pools. I believe the non-prime drop pool had 6 cases in it when it was disbanded, so there's definitely a possibility that this just becomes another case in the active drop pool. That's not the fun outcome, however. The fun outcome, obviously, we gotta kick out a case of the active drop pool. That's what that means. If there's only going to be 5 cases there, we've got 2 main options in my opinion. We've got the 3 cases that are just not going to make it: Fracture, Snakebite, Prisma 2. Those ones, in my opinion, can easily be thrown out. They are way too relevant, way too new to be pushed off into the rare drop pool. The Prisma case was even pretty new, and that one had still been out for significantly longer than any of those 3 cases. The 2 main ones we got to talk about are Danger Zone and Clutch case. Danger Zone is very interesting, however for me it's not the ideal outcome. Danger Zone, in my opinion, is going to end up like the Prisma case. The Prisma case was very unknown at the time, that how it went from the active drop pool to the rare drop pool. Later we can confirm that's because there was the disbanding of the non-prime drop pool, but the price spike there was absolutely crazy, and in my opinion that's the maximum price spike logically that we could see for the Danger Zone case, and it went from about like 6-ish cents up to 11 cents, it being the Prisma case here. But that is a 5-cent increase. However, the point I'm trying to make is at this point that's almost a 100% increase. Problem is, if you bought it at 6 cents and went ahead to sell it at 11 cents, you're only making a couple cents of profit per case, and that's the best case scenario. It's not like if you bought in at 8 cents, you really had much of a shot at getting a significant amount of profit, even though you were probably not too late to the party at that point. Therefore, in my opinion, it's very possible the Danger Zone case could go, however, the investment opportunity is not going to be very large for it. If we look at the Prisma case now, it's down to 6 cents, similar to how it started, and that's just because there's so many out there. I mean, the Prisma case had over 1 million listed when that went into the rare drop pool, and the Danger Zone case is in a pretty similar situation. We have recently reached over 1 million Danger Zone cases on the market, which is a good sign that something is probably going to be pushing it out of the active drop pool soon. However, it's not a good sign for investing into it. As we saw with the Prisma case, in my opinion, Danger Zone case will end up in a very similar situation. Now, the ideal outcome is it pushes out the Clutch case, in my opinion. The Clutch case is definitely one of the most popular cases. If you look at the graphs, it's the most opened case, or at least in the top 3 every single time. It's consistently being opened because of those gloves it contains, and a lot of people have invested into it. That is the problem. A lot of people have bought the Clutch case, similar to all of the active drop pool cases, because they're just so cheap. I mean, the Clutch case at one point was very cheap. Now it's like the 15-cent range, which still isn't expensive, but it's nothing compared to what it was before. I mean, we're going to see the Fracture case and all these other cases hit 5 cents. A lot of people are going to be buying in these active drop pool cases at 5-6 cents, and that's the problem. You're kind of late to the game on the Clutch case if you're looking to buy now. Now, that doesn't mean that buying now is going to be the worst option though. The clutch case is still not at an extremely high price of where it was previously. Now those prices were extremely inflated, and that was partly due to the banning of the non-prime drop pool. People didn't know if all cases were going away, so the prices were a bit inflated there. But even days after, it still retained a decent price and leveled out at around 25-26 cents for a period there. So the demand for this case is obviously there. If you look at how many are being unboxed, we can easily see that. Overall though, if you're looking at either of these cases, I would definitely recommend getting in early if that's what you're looking to do, and selling early. You're not going to want to hang on to these cases for days and days after the Dreams and Nightmares case comes out. That's where you're going to get burned, because the price is most likely going to dip down a little bit lower. It's going to overpeak and collapse. It's one of my favorite terms to use when looking at cases, because the investment hype just goes crazy, the price goes crazy, and then it slowly comes back down, and that's where you want to get your actual investments in. Right now, you're buying to flip. You're not buying for a long-term investment, or you can be, but it might not be the most effective option. Now for the actual Dreams and Nightmares case, it is pretty much collectively predicted that it's going to contain the same rare special item as the Operation Riptide case, which actually has been going up in price, but that is a subject for its own video potentially if you guys want to see that. But it's definitely interesting to ponder what will happen to the Riptide case if the Operation Riptide case is still dropping or still able to be bought when the Dreams and Nightmares comes out. If it's going to have positive or negative impacts on the case itself, it's definitely going to be really interesting to see. However, the Dreams and Nightmares case, it's very hard because we don't have a set date, and even though the competition has ended, we really don't know if this case is going to be similar to Broken Fang, where it's going to come out at the end of the operation. In my opinion, it would be a little weird to kind of bait us in with this new case and then drop it at the end of the operation, but it's really Valve's opinion at this point. If they think that's going to be the best move, which probably is from a business standpoint, to get all the money you can from this operation and then come out with a new case right after, so people have already used up their entire budget for CSGO, and then they're going to be kind of put in a weird situation where they want to buy more because this new case just came out. It's the better, smart financial decision for Valve, but that doesn't always mean that's what Valve's going to do. They do like money. One final thing I want to throw in here at the end is a potential skin price drop. Now, I don't think we're going to see a significant drop because of Dreams and Nightmares specifically. We might see a drop overall in prices due to some big sale, potentially for Stockholm 2021 items, which could come at the same time as brand new cases. That's very possible. However, it doesn't really make sense that this one case would have significantly big impacts on the market. It might have a couple hour impact on some like AK Red Lions or mid-tier skins that people are selling, but otherwise I don't expect to see tons of cases being sold. It's definitely a good option though if you see these prices going down, and price might not be the worst idea to snag one. But as always guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.